Hello everyone, I am back. I'm Saurav, and today we are going to talk about the current market situation that we have seen over the past month. I think it was around 28th of February. We will talk about what happened in the market in Dubai and in United Arab Emirates, and I'm going to also cover the question and answers and what kind of questions clients ask me over this period of time. So let's start from the beginning, and I'm also gonna cater to questions like, as in, some of them mentioned to me why I was not posting videos for a month, because we had a new office opened up. That's why I was not able to do it, because of the refurbishment of the whole office. So anyway, so let's start, and I'm gonna talk about few questions that everyone was asking. At the same time, talk about the geopolitical situation and the current market. So when on the 28th of February, the market got to know the news of the attack from the United States into the Iran, what we saw that there are companies like MR whose stock went down by almost 30 to 40% over like a few days, and then you had another companies like Parkin, Salik, all of them got hit at the same time. Prices went down, the stock prices went down, and Dubai financial market, Abu Dhabi financial market, everything got affected. So we know that the stock prices and the market get affected by negative news, and this was the negative news that the US and the Israel had attacked the Iran. So due to which what happened is the UAE got hit with the most number of missiles and drones, more than 2000, and it was the highest in the whole region, wherein UAE was included, Saudi and Qatar, Bahrain. So these areas were there that were targeted from the Iran, because they said that the United States had military bases located in these locations, and the target that were coming to Iran were coming from these particular neighboring countries, and that's why they started hitting the countries that I mentioned. Now next is that I wanted to talk about is that what happened, what our government did during this particular situation. So we know that Dubai is known to cater to such kind of problems in the most effective way. We already know what happened during the COVID. The flights were already there and people were coming in Dubai and they were going out at that point of time as well, and everything was smooth within a month here. This time period, which happened in a month from 28th of Feb, we saw that the government of Dubai handled everything with the most effective way possible. 96% of the targeted missiles and the drones got hit, and remaining 4% fell into the sea. Rest debris fall around the city, which we can check out in their website. If someone wants to know, we will drop the link in the box where you can see what happened, all the news. So we saw that the government had handled everything carefully. Everything was perfectly normal. So it seemed like that they were able to handle in the perfect way possible. So what we can say is that Dubai had catered to all of us in the best possible way, and everything got sorted out quickly, and our day-to-day activities was always like as it is. Like we were able to go to the stores, get our food, we were able to go to our offices. Nothing was closed, so everything was working perfectly. So I was driving from my home to my office as it is I was driving before, and the daily activities kept resuming. Just the schools went off, like the schools were closed and online classes were there from that past whole month. And from the next week, which is the coming Monday, I think today is 17, so from 20 the schools will reopen again for the physical learning. So we saw that the United Arab Emirates government had done everything with the best possible way, and how they reacted to this particular situation has even given people more awareness that Dubai is not just about tourism, not just about real estate, not just about trade, but it's also about keeping their people safe. So it's not just the safety of when you go out of the street at night, your kids, your wife, and whosoever can walk freely. At the same time, they were able to save us during night when we heard the noises in the sky. They had the best system that was taking care of the whole country, which is they were attacking with the Patriot missiles. They had the THAAD system, which was a 5 shield system that was taking care of all the missiles. And yeah, so everything felt safe here. Now, when it comes to the prices, what happened in the market, what I saw is, even before this particular situation, geopolitical tension, there were units that were selling at lower than the market price, not because of the situation that we saw, because of the Russians that had bought during the COVID, because of the Russian-Ukrainian war. All the money was parked in Dubai, and they were selling out their properties to get the money out of here. Even if they were getting 10 to 20% lesser amount than what they bought for, they were ready to do it. Even it was before when this happened. And after this went a little up on the side because the businesses were getting affected, and so on. We saw the prices of the food went up. In some part of the pieces get affected, some part of the business they were affected, but not in the whole sense. And yeah, so this what happened in the market. This is the reality. And at the same time, the traffic was affected. Now everything is getting back to normal. Once the school starts from Monday on, from 20 of April, everything will keep to settle in. And yeah, so at the same time, a lot of developers that were about to launch the projects, like I will not name the developers, but they were about to launch the projects. They did not launch it because of the situation. And a lot of investors, they knew that at this point they don't want to invest. They would like to wait and see what would happen to this particular situation, how everything will pan out too, and they will eventually start investing when everything will get normal too. State of Hormuz is open. Lebanon ceasefire is already done. So there will be new talks that will be held in the Pakistan, Islamabad, and we will see what happens. When everything gets to normal, then all of these investors that were ready to invest at that time, they will wait, and once everything gets normal, all of these investors will jump into and start investing. And yeah, so still I was getting messages from a lot of people to give them a distressed deal, which I didn't had. I remember there were some units that came in, but they were, I don't think they got affected because of the situation, but they were affected because these people needed money. And I had clients who had money. They did not want to sell their units because they were aware that everything will get back to normal, and again the market will start going towards what it was going to. So yeah, and in this particular point of time, now recently Sobha has announced a new project in Abu Dhabi, and I'm going to talk about that project now, and we will see what is happening in Abu Dhabi in Yas Island. And yeah, so let's go. If you still think Dubai is the best place to invest in the United Arab Emirates, right now you might already be late, because for the last 1 month, something very quietly has started changing in the market. Not something loud, not something you will see in headlines, but something that serious investors have already started positioning themselves for. And that shift is towards Abu Dhabi. Now, to understand why, you need to understand something most people completely miss. Dubai and Abu Dhabi are not the same game. Dubai is about speed, it is volume, it is momentum, thousands of units launched, constant activity, fast transactions. Abu Dhabi is completely opposite. It is controlled, it is structured, it is slower by design, and because of that, it creates something very important. That is scarcity. Not artificial scarcity created by marketing, but real scarcity created by planning. And that is exactly why historically, when the right opportunity enters Abu Dhabi, It does not spike, it compounds. The biggest catalyst behind the shift is something that is already transforming the future of the capital, Yas Island. Yas Island today is not just a location, it is the entertainment and tourism capital of Abu Dhabi. You already have Ferrari World, one of the biggest attractions in the region. You have Yas Water World. You have Sea World Abu Dhabi, which has completely changed the tourism landscape. You have Etihad Arena, hosting global events, concerts, and sports. You have Yas Mall, which is the retail backbone of the entire island. We need to understand that what makes this even more important is what is coming next. The upcoming Disney theme park in Abu Dhabi, and you need to understand this properly. Whenever a global brand like Disney enters a market, it does not just build a theme park, it builds an ecosystem. It brings global attention, it brings international tourism, it also brings infrastructure, and more importantly, it shifts the economic gravity of that entire area. And historically, every time Disney enters a location, surrounding real estate benefits in the long term, not because of hype, but because of sustained demand over years. Now, here's where things start getting interesting. Just 10 to 15 minutes away from Yas Island, from Ferrari World, from SeaWorld, from Etihad Arena, and from the future Disney development, you have a developer entering the market with a 38 million square feet of master plan city, which is exactly twice the size of the downtown in Dubai. And the developer is going to be Sobha. Now, Sobha is not a developer that plays the marketing game. This is a developer built on control. Over 50 years of legacy, fully backward integrated, meaning they control everything internally. Design, engineering, materials, execution. This is why Sobha is known for build quality, not just branding. And when a developer like that enters a market like Abu Dhabi, which itself is built on discipline and long-term planning, that alignment becomes very powerful. And being only few developers in the market in Abu Dhabi, this private developer is not going to launch just a project, it is going to bring an infrastructure. A 38 million square feet integrated city designed around three core principles: water, landscape, and movement. This is important because most developers add greenery later. Most developers create amenities for marketing. Here, water, landscape, and movement define how the entire city's infrastructure. A central canal runs through the entire development, creating a waterfront spine. Around this, you have promenades, shaded walkways, green corridors, and social spaces that connect everything together. Movement is not forced, it flows. At the center of the city, you have a retail and commercial core, including a mall and waterfront promenade. This becomes the heart of the community. This is where people gather, where daily life happens, where activity concentrates, and then you have one of the most important factors for long-term value: schools, integrated directly within the master plan. Not planned externally, not added later, built into the ecosystem itself. And this changes everything, because when a community has internal schools and retail infrastructure, it becomes self-sustained. People don't just invest there, they live there, they stay there, and that creates the stability, which is one of the biggest drivers of long-term real estate performance. Now, let's talk about the scale of this project. Over 50,000 trees. nearly 60% open and green spaces, over 20 kilometers of wellness and movement loops. This is not landscaping, this is environmental planning. This is designed to create a lifestyle where people can walk, move, and live without depending entirely on cars. And even the way amenities are positioned here is very different. They are not built for show, they are built for routine, which means jogging tracks, cycling paths, meditation zones, open air gyms, everything is designed for daily use. Now, coming to the project, at the entry level, you have River Cove apartments, one bedroom units ranging from approximately 566 to 608 square feet, starting from around 1.35 million AED. Two bedroom units ranging from approximately 1012 to 1212 square feet, starting from around 2.4 million AED. This is your entry point in the community. Now, then you move into the terraces, which are the garden villas. Four bedroom villas ranging from approximately 2,500 to 3,400 square feet, starting from around 4.9 million AED. Five bedroom villas going up to around 4,200 square feet, starting from around 8 million AED. This is where families that come in, and you have to have the orchards, which is the estate villa segment, larger plots, lower density, more privacy. Four bedroom starting around 9 million, five bedroom around 11.6 million, six bedroom going above 13 million with built up areas going up to 6,300 square feet. This is where long-term value sits. Now, let's talk strategy, because this is where most people make mistakes. If you have a budget around 1.3 to 2.5 million, apartments make sense for entry and rental exposure. If you are in the 4 to 8 million range, villas make more sense because they attract end user, which brings stability. And if you are thinking long-term wealth creation, estate villas or land-based assets are where value compounds the most. But here is the most important part. This is not for flippers. Like if you plan to buy today, sell it in a year, that's not the case. This is not for short-term gains. You buy today, sell at 20% return in a year. No. This is a 5 to 10 year hold. And this is where most people fail, because most investors wait for proof. They wait for prices to start going up. They wait for everyone to start talking about it. But by the time that happens, the opportunity is already gone, because the biggest money in real estate is not made when something is obvious. It is made when it is still early. And that is exactly where Abu Dhabi is right now. Because at the end of the day, Dubai rewards speed, but Abu Dhabi rewards patience. And the investors who understand that difference are usually the ones who win. Thank you for watching the video. You can leave a comment, go to the description, click on the WhatsApp link to contact me. Signing off.